This is one I've actually never seen before. Winter Brewing out of Dayton. If it's whole, hope it is. Oh yes it is, I think. Alright. Yep, it's actually whole. I can't believe it. So, me and my buddy were trying to get as much done as we could in one day. We got mostly dug out and filled in, but we still have some more to do tomorrow. So here's the find so far, at least that I got in my pick. He doesn't really care about a lot of this common stuff, and I really don't care much either, but since I did all the work to get to it, and I do sell on the side to help cover gas and all that, and my life's not in order right now since I still owe student loans, and I'm pretty sure his is from the way he's talked, so it actually does help me out in a way if I do bring the commons home. So anyway, got a couple slicks, turn purple. This one's actually aqua, I'll probably just throw it in a lot. I'm debating on washing this label off or leaving it on there. It's an early Heinz catsup. This one cleaned up really nice. It's almost like it wasn't in the dump at all, except you can see some staining in there. Bottle remains the property of H.B. Kirk and Company, New York, and it has this here on the other side. I found these with labels on them before. I think that's an old Crow whiskey bottle. Labeled Milk's Emulsion. Most of these say Milk's Emulsion on them. Couple Dayton breweries. And they're both slug plate. The slug plate on this one is really weak. It's there, that you can see right there. Yeah, the embossing's weak too, so to me that's not really worth much. Probably throw it in a lot. The embossing's much better on this one, but it does have a little bit of damage up there. And I got another one of these here. It's CW or GW Abbott bottles. Then got a clear glass stopper here. No bottle to go with it, unfortunately, but a lot of people buy the stoppers for whatever reason. A little bromo. This says sample on it. It's shaped exactly like a John Wyeth from Philadelphia. Most of them just say Wyeth on them. That are like this. Part of an oil lamp. Probably just throw it in a lot. Hayes Hair Health, I think. Yep, there it is. This one cleaned up really nicely. Sanford's ink. It's machine made. And it's aqua. Then got a couple Chamberlain's bottles. There's a Chamberlain's cholera and diarrhea remedy, and Chamberlain's pain balm. Chapman and Smith, Chicago, with a rolling pin embossed. Stoneware lid. Teapot lid or something. Little slick turn purple. Easy stove polish. Dr. Miles Restorative Nervine. Next is this miniature stoneware jug. Then here's a JBL in a nice green color. Much harder to get than the clear JBL bottles. Stands for JB Linus. It's a Logansport, Indiana bottle. And this one's really interesting. Pitchers Castoria. That might be the first Castoria I've dug. That embossing is it's in the front, not the side, so that's very unusual for this bottle. I think it's a scarce variant. I really don't know of a collector base for Castoria bottles, however, so it probably isn't worth much, even if it is a scarce to rare bottle, just because there's really no collector base for them that I can think of. Now, if I were to find a rare Dr. Kilmer's, on the other hand, that'd be a different story. But I think people just don't collect them because they're side embossed only, and people want something different. Like Kilmer's have all these different varieties, so that's why people seem to collect them. Here's a nice Piso's Cure, and a really nice color. So that's at least 1906 since it says Cure. Here's a Decker Bottling Works from Dayton, or Bottling Company. I think it's had a flash crack in it though. Actually clean these without waiting. Oh, maybe it doesn't. Oh, no, it does. Right there. That kind of aggravates me, but oh well. Yeah, I cleaned these all the very night they were dug. But I waited more than 24 hours for the last batch of bottles, and like this little orange juice, it cracked up on me when I let it sit for a while with other stuff, so I guess waiting didn't really do me any good. And here's a couple Gus Say cigarette touches. I mean, they got really nice color for them. They actually look better without the white behind them. They almost glow. Their color's so nice. It's like an ice blue. This is a really cool one here. Chaz Francisco Druggist, 1263 West 3rd Street at Railroad Crossing, Dayton, Ohio. Now, this is a crier because it does have severe lip damage, as you can see, but it's a pretty scarce bottle. I don't know of many out there, and the ones I do know of are all larger than this bottle is. And here's one that's even rare because I've never even heard of this name. T.F. Gregg, M.D. 1414 West 3rd Street, Dayton, Ohio. And it has some phones and times, but I don't want to risk messing it up. I'm trying to preserve this label the best I can. I'm not really a label collector, so it doesn't really do much for me, but for a serious Dayton collector, that's a rare bottle that they may never dig another one of, because it could be a label-only bottle, that's why. Some of these bottles, they were just made with labels only, and didn't have any embossing on them at all. Yeah, it's too bad they didn't make a law that made it to where the druggist owner had to make his bottles embossed, because there would be tons of variety when it comes to druggists if there was. All these slicks that people leave behind, at least 50% or more would be embossed then. It'd be pretty rare too. Well, I guess some of them druggists wouldn't be so rare after all, but yep, you get what I'm saying. So I'm going to go ahead and get the final two out here. So I'm going to show you a scarcer variant here. So I already told you that the non-slug plated Dayton breweries are very common. So then there's a slug plated Dayton breweries, alright? So there's this variant, which out of the slug plated ones, these are the ones that turn up the most. smaller lettering. And they're pretty much the same as a non-slug plate, except they just have a slug plate and that's it. And there's this one here. The letters are much bigger and it says Dayton Brewery instead of Dayton Breweries. So I'm going to see if I can get them both with the light in the background. Hopefully I can do that without dropping them. Okay. I can just turn that one a little bit. But yeah, you see the difference. So I've seen one or two more of this style quart. Period. I've never seen a pint of this style and I'm looking for one. So I think I'll just go ahead and add it to my personal collection. I sold the other one for I think 30 or so. But yeah, I'm keeping this one. Anyway, here's the best find. And it was actually the first thing I dug. Jumped down in there and I dig this out and I actually got this one on film. Because I saw that base and I could tell that was a blob just by the base. Winter Brewing, Dayton, Ohio. Has a W in the center with an eagle. Kind of like a Weedman does. But these are much, much, much harder to get than a Weedman brewery is. And I've never even seen a pint in person before. It actually turned out to be in good shape, too. So yeah, I'll keep it for myself. Definitely a $100 bottle to the right person, but I'd like to keep it. I like to keep the different Dayton stuff that I personally dig. So yeah, it was a really successful day. It's not super old as... I think everything here is after 1900. Maybe that olive oil in the back's 1800s. That kind of does look like an earlier crude looking one, but yeah. Maybe this one is too, but maybe it's just because it looks kind of sick I'm thinking that. Yeah, I mean, this is a fun era to dig. You never know what you'll get. There's still rare hutches from this time period and rare crown tops even. So I'm going to finish it up tomorrow. Probably won't get near as much because it's all towards the top and it's mostly filled in. So we will see. So that is it. Later. Hello everyone. So I'm just going to make this quick. So I forgot about this one when showing the last finds. It's some foreign water bottle, Agua de Rubinet Condal. I don't even know where to put it. I still got tons of stuff up here. Some of which, well, a lot of which isn't even from recently. I'm going to start posting these online or in lots. Larkin Soap Company, Buffalo. Slick lightning lid that I somehow left. A couple pot lids. A lid to some kind of jar. BW Extract are the best. Chicago. Mother's Friend. Some type of stoneware lid. Another Slick there. Some of this is old Slick. And a few hutches. I think every single one of these had something wrong with them. So I'll probably list them for cheap on eBay or something. These used to go for $40 regularly. They might still hold their value if they're in good shape. I don't know. But yeah, so he filled that hole in, and then the other hole in where I broke my shovel. That was a dud, so I probably won't dig there again. But as for the other hole where we got all them hutches, that was one of the best holes I've dug in a while over there. So I'm gonna probably dig over there somewhere nearby that hole. Anyway, that is it. Later. Okay. Found that on the surface. Now I see another insulator. This one's different though. It's got chipped. It's got a smooth base also. There it comes. Oh man, it's broken. Oh well. Got milk ball here. Yeah, that sounds old. Yeah, Cincinnati. No,